What is up, y'all? Check out this production quality. We got a desk lamp. So good. Vinyl update. 6, 7, 5. We've got a bunch of shit to talk about today, and I don't have much storage on my poor little phone, so we're gonna get through it quickly. I don't know if you can hear it or not. As always, Nivek playing in the background. We're good. So I'm gonna start this off just right away. Here we go. Record 1, DJ Shadows introducing. This, I'm not even prepared to talk about this. I've been into this record for 2 years, and I've had phases of coming in and out of really enjoying it. Just like Moby. Like, I think a lot of Moby albums are like that for me too. Where I'll be super interested for like a week straight, and then for the rest of the, for another 6 months, I won't listen to a single track from it. But this always keeps coming back. I don't even listen to Moby anymore. This always comes back. So this is one of my favorite. I guess you would consider this like instrumental hip hop or trip hop or whatever, but one of my favorite kind of electronic sampley things. There was a time where in another vinyl update, I talked about a Portishead record, and I told a story about kind of that time period. So go check that out if you haven't already. I listened to this album on the way to that record store that night, and I was loving it. It was Canadian December night. Sky was black, city lights, just me and headphones. It was amazing. Check this out if you haven't, as goes for all of these. Okay, this is Jessica Pratt here in the pitch. I still can't believe I found this thing. I've been looking for Jessica Pratt for months, and I've been going to so many record stores, been like, hey, you got Jessica Pratt? Nope. But went to Toronto recently, went to Sonic Boom, and they did not disappoint. They also had her self-titled, and this is on brown. Very beautiful. I don't love her self-titled. I like it, I don't love it, but I love this album. Me and my friend Daniel, who is also used to be kind of a musical collaborator for a while, went up north. We go up north every year. It's our year kind of camping trip. It's glamping. It's not really camping. We're in a camper, like a road trek. But listen to On Your Own Love Again and this one, pretty much the whole ride up, and it was amazing. Like Canadian Wilderness plus this album, like Canadian Shield Wilderness, it pairs very well with this. My favorite track is Better Hate. I'd say it's a tie between Better Hate and World on a String. And Glances. Glances is just a short little interlude, but it's like so impactful. And it reminds me of my ex, which makes me a little sad, but it's so nostalgic, so beautiful. This thing is a little bit hit or miss some days. Like by hook or by crook, I pretty much always skip that song when I'm just listening on streaming, but one of my favorite albums right now. As I just shit on it for being not a perfect album, but it is one of my favorite albums. Oh, this is a big one too. This was hard to find too. Bonobo, The North Borders. So this is one of the albums, specifically it's the songs Cirrus and MK and First Fires. This album is pretty much single-handed, along with like Pink by Fortet, or There Is Love in You by Fortet, and like Dive by Tycho, Awake by Tycho, like not many others, but this album pretty much single-handedly inspired me to start kind of making electronic music and really getting into electronic. So I don't even know if this is like his best album was widely like Black Sands is widely regarded as his like best album. I don't connect with that one. This one, every track, every single track. Actually, there's one exception, which is Towers, which I don't love entirely. Every other track, I do love entirely. Um, I told you my favorites. Heaven for the Sinner is also a favorite of mine, and Sapphire for sure. I like on the vinyl version that the track list is switched because Don't Wait is the third track. Normally, I think it's Cirrus. Um, I think they switched Sapphire around, but anyways, I do like this track list a lot better. But yeah, beautiful album cover too. One of my favorite album covers in general. Yeah, very important to me, like extremely important. Even if I don't listen to this every day anymore, extremely important to just own this on a physical format. Caroline Polachek, Desire I Want to Turn Into You. This was a bit of an impulse buy because I don't really listen to Caroline that often. She was one of my favorite like pop artists. Oh, she's such like anti-genre too. I feel bad calling her pop, but within that kind of, you know, the catchy melody kind of area of music, she was one of my favorites. She is one of my favorite. Like, I just think she's like so fucking incredibly skilled. It's not even funny. Like, if you haven't heard her vocals, you're missing out on a lot. Another cool album cover. Oh, I'll take this one out too. Pretty Impossible is one of my favorite songs of all time. Not even in this genre, just of all time. This is the copper variant. I like Sunset. My sister really loves Sunset. I like the one that uses the Pretty Impossible melody that's not Pretty Impossible near the end. Smoke, that's what it's called. But like, yeah, I don't love, I find maybe it's a vinyl thing, maybe it's just her, but like the style of, because she sings in like extremely high. Her falsettos on this thing are like blazingly sharp on, maybe it's a vinyl thing, maybe it's not, but I just don't love, I'm more into kind of warm chords, low end, so it's not really my cup of tea, but I still do love it. Okay, a few more to go. Architects, holy hell. I was really into Architects in like 2019, 2020, and I had kind of a resurgence in really enjoying the metal that I used to enjoy and kind of coming back to different bands, like Code Orange. Code Orange is literally my favorite fucking band in the world as of the past 2 weeks, which I explained in another video. Is like, for me to be this interested in a band, I'm not even talking about Architects right now, but for me to be this interested in a band for more than 1 week says a lot about the band. But that's Code Orange. This is Architects. Architects was, I had a surge of Architects for a good month or so, and I'm still really into them. I would have preferred to get All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us or Lost Forever, Lost Together. Those I think are my favorites of theirs. But this one is really cool too. The only, like, the distinctive difference is this is a little more melodic in sections and like Sam's vocal harmonies. He does these crazy high distorted harmonies on like all over this thing. That's the trademark of this album. And it's like some days I'm really into it and I'm able to let it kind of like encapsulate me. Other days I am like, this is very annoying. But all the instruments on this album are amazing. Like Sam Carter is amazing. I'm not trying to discredit him. It's just some of the harmonies. All I'm saying. I'm gonna save this one for second last, actually. Okay. Faye Webster, Underdressed at the Symphony. This was a complete blind buy. I had heard But Not Kiss, and that was the first Faye song I'd ever heard. And then I loved her self-titled album, and still do. I would have gotten that if Encore had her self-titled, but this is cool too. I love the back of this, by the way. But I don't have much to say about this. It's super calming, kind of. I guess it's like indie, but with like a little bit of a country edge to it, which if you just told me that, I'd be uninterested completely. But this is completely beautiful. I love this thing. Favorite tracks? I didn't even do favorite tracks for the last one. Hold on. Architects, favorite tracks. Okay. Doesn't have a track list on it. I'm going to say Hereafter and Modern Misery. I don't know. I forget the track list entirely, but this one, I like He Loves Me, yeah, and Feeling Good Today. Feeling Good Today is a little disappointing because it's just so short. I wish it was longer, but yeah, Thinking About You. It's crazy that she got Lil Yachty on this. I don't listen to him at all, but like they were apparently childhood friends, and it's cool. All of these have been black unless otherwise specified. Okay, this is a big one, and this is crazy that I own this. Flaming Lips, Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. I bought Ego Tripping at the Gates of Hell, the EP, or whatever, you know, the single that they put out for $50 Canadian. And I was like, if I ever find Yoshimi in a record store, it's going to be like $120 and I'm still gonna buy it. And this was $40. And I saw it and I was like, holy fucking shit. I still can't believe I own this. I don't listen to this just because of the amount of respect I have for literally this physical item. I don't even, like, I don't know. Long story short, this album is like entirely my taste summed up into one thing. My dad put this on when I was like 3-4 years old up until I was probably around 8. And pretty much every song on this album is like, depends on the day, but I wouldn't be surprised if I just burst into tears at any given song. So Fight Test always makes me cry every single time I listen to it. Yoshimi Part 1, Ego Tripping at the Gates of Hell is just a good song. Like I don't think I really listened to the second half of this album until recently, but Ego Tripping has been my jam. Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing is just, if you haven't heard this, you are missing out on some. I'm gonna say that about like every album on here, but really this one and Introducing, like, check out if you have not heard. That's a big one. And last one, let me check if we're still rolling. Yes. Okay. We don't have much time left, but Clark, Playground in a Lake. I'm so proud of this as well. I was looking on like the Spotify store for this and it was like $75. I'm like, not doing that, but found it for like $35 at Encore. So beautiful. This reads as kind of a soundtrack in parts of it, like around kind of the second half, or the third quarter of it, I guess, is kind of soundtracky, which I don't love. But the rest of this is like the combination of electronics and orchestral stuff is just beautiful to me. This is like my anthem. This entire album is my like 2021 anthem. 2022, that kind of specific, you know, I would hang out a lot with Daniel around the city that we grew up in and just be listening to this on a speaker as we like biked around town and stuff. And it's just very, like, this is such a Kitchener album to me that it's, I don't know, it's instant nostalgia whenever I put it on. Small is my favorite track on this thing by far. Kieran Brunt, it doesn't even have her own like music to my awareness, but she is an amazing vocalist and she shows up a few times on this thing, but amazing. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching.